here are the top 7 red flags of all your favorite YouTube and TikTok coaches scamming you. Relasani, how do you do? The first one we know we discussed earlier is don't mix sugar and vanilla, and there'll be a bonus segment on it. Next, we have high quality production right off the gate. Not someone like Nara Smith or Mr. Beast who started with low quality videos and then got viral, got better, they got sponsors, and then they reinvested that sponsor money into something beautiful. No, right off the gate. That is not a hobby. That is an investment. And they're looking for a return on the investment. So what are they selling? Hopefully, not your stupidity. So Dan Lok and other scammers use this, and they do technique number 3, which is social proof. So they will use social proof, like renting. Dan Lok used to rent mansions, Ferraris, etc., to make you think that he's affluent, so you would buy his overpriced courses. Well, affluent and successful people, we don't have to prove anything. You know, we're confident in who we are, and we don't have to prove ourselves. Also, people whom I know who have Ferraris, etc., so they don't show them off, right? It's always a rental Ferrari that you see in videos because people don't want to be robbed and their cars broken into. Affluent people don't flash their cash. If you see cash being flashed, it's a red flag, and it's very likely it might be a scammer. Number 4, it's certainly a scammer if you see, the social proof out of the gate, high quality production, and then on top, their message is get rich quick. You cannot get rich quick. If they say, oh, you just go into a bar wearing a beige horseback riding outfit in the middle of the night in an affluent hotel as your unleveled up self, and then you will meet an affluent man and get rich quick. Don't buy that course. That is a scam. There is no quick path to wealth. Even if you marry into money, you have to build yourself to be your most high value self, to be at the energetic level, to be the energetic, emotional and psychological match, at least, of a high value gentleman. And that takes a lot of inner and outer work, and it does not happen quickly. Number 5 is the course overpriced? So here we can conclude that Mina Irfan is indeed a scammer, as much as I do appreciate her work, because I really like her earlier work where she explained Islam in a positive way to Western women that they could understand. And I thought, at $1,000 that might be reasonable, but now she charges $10,000 a course. And it's a scam because at $10,000 a course, unless you get $10,000 plus $10,000 plus 6% return back, right? Then it's a scam. $10,000 is not a personal development. It's an investment. And a return on an investment is you get what you invested back plus 6%, so it performs better than bank bonds. Otherwise, why all that hassle? You can just put 5% in a bank bond. Flag number 6 is when someone has crazy promises, like going to a hotel bar dressed in a beige horseback riding outfit at night and finding a prince, and your prince will come. And then the next one, number 7, your prince will come if you manifest, right? So woo-woo as well, right? Woo and manifestation is the 7th deadly red flag, right? So back to 6, if they're giving you a promise that's ridiculous and cannot be delivered, well, we know that is a red flag, okay? And that is a scam, right? Simple. If They promise you the moon, and there is no way anyone can achieve this. What's a scam? So 7 is woo-woo and manifesting. Most manifesting courses, especially if it's over $50, most manifesting courses are scams, right? Because you just can go by yourself and put a vision board. Why do you need to know how to manifest? And courses that are manifest your man, right? Manifest your dream man, and in 5 days he will appear. I mean, back to number 6, promising crazy things that they cannot deliver, right? So, no, if it's woo-woo, not all woo-woo is bad necessarily. Sometimes within that ecosystem there might be a diamond in the rough, but a lot of it, because it's so unregulated, is where the scammers congregate. Because how do you know it's any good? How do you know that the chakra makra of the Kundalini bikini course will give you an affluent or successful husband or happy marriage or whatever it is? You don't. And if it's priced for $10,000 to $1,000 manifestation course, I'm telling you, don't take it. So if you have someone with credentials and they have $1,000 business course coaching with someone who has practical experience in that field, okay, let's see their experience. But if it out of nowhere, it's a Kundalini bikini yoga chakra crystals manifesting your dream husband coach, that's a scam. And finally, our bonus. We know not to mix sugar with vanilla, and I promised you I would tell you some stories, right? And here is one of them. So one thing you shouldn't do is damsel in distress, right? That is a scam, sugar and vanilla tactic. So people ask me, is Sheera a scammer? No, because she's really clear that she's not a relationship coach. She's a financial advisor. She's open about her escort and sugar background. So if you are sugaring or escorting, people are manipulative there, and she will teach you the manipulation tactics. In fact, no matter your gender, if you want to know if someone's manipulating you, there is a Sheera video of it, right? But her advice does not apply to vanilla dating. If you try it in vanilla dating, it will backfire, and only you scammed yourself. My story is a friend of mine asked me after a date she got blocked and ghosted and wondered what went wrong. So I asked her what happened and what did she say last. So she said that it was going so well, swimmingly. She was getting along so well with this doctor for a month, and the 4th date they have dinner, and he asks her, "So, how was your day?" And she replied honestly, "It went so well, I even came early. Well, unfortunately, my car broke down, so it's in repair, it's in the garage, and I had to Uber. And I didn't realize how convenient it is not to look for parking. It's so fabulous, I should Uber more often." And he had this look of death, like he had seen the Grim Reaper and the Angel of Death himself, and he shook in horror. She wondered, looking left, looking right, was there an axe, unalive behind her? He stood there in horror and said, "Oh my goodness, I forgot. I have to be back in the hospital. So we have to cut dinner short. And do you mind if we just have a glass of wine and appetizers?" And she said, "Sure." So he quickly had his wine and left. And then he blocked her and ghosted her. And she said, "What did I do?" I said, "I think because with affluent people, they're afraid of being finessed. that's a problem for us. So for us, like as a woman, before I got married, no one pretended they forgot their credit card. So after I got married, so many women forget their wallets. So when I go out with young ladies, or with ladies in general, I ask people, so we're splitting the bill, right? Does everyone have their wallets with them? I feel sad that I do have to do this with new people, no matter how well dressed they are, because there are quite a few Sheera bots who don't think, who mix sugar with vanilla. They think that they're so clever by half that they can finesse a meal by forgetting their credit card, but really they forget their social standing and are blacklisted. My mother gave me some of the best advice and told me that I should not lie and manipulate. Especially, do not lie to intelligent people. They'll figure you out, and the fact that you lied will be so upsetting to them. It hurts the ego that they will go and try to destroy you. Imagine someone brilliant who you have turned into an irrational monster whose sole mission in life is to destroy you. Do you really want this drama? Imagine a brainiac using their entire brain to try to destroy you. And they may have other intelligent friends and work together. You don't want that. My mother said also, don't try to deceive business people, especially if they're crooked. Don't try to outcrook crooks, because for a crook, you hurt their pride and ego trying to steal from a crook. So they will be hell-bent on revenge. And why you should not try to deceive business people? Because they made money by hiring the best team of intelligent people, right? So that means they can use this team of intelligent people. Their team will find you. They will find your deceptions. They will let them know. And their entire team will be focused on destroying you. You don't need that drama. My mother told me also, don't try to deceive more than one person. And don't try to deceive, because it will become a habit and you'll try to deceive more than one person. And people talk, right? And then people will find out and you will be blacklisted, right? Deceiving people is poverty mindset, my mother told me. Because, in the long term, everyone finds out everything, no matter what. So it's much better to just be honest from the beginning. People worthy of deception are not stupid, and they will figure you out. So whoever is giving this advice that dark femininity, that you can manipulate someone, honey, no. Who can you manipulate? Some village isolated boy? Yeah, and you don't want to manipulate him and do all the dark femininity for that one, right? How about yourselves? Maybe you fell for one Dusty or another Dusty, and then you found Sheera, and then you found me, or you found someone else and then me, and you realized I'm not falling for those tactics anymore, right? You stopped following for Dusty tactics. And if a Dusty dated one of your girlies and broke up with her, everyone will know that's a Dusty, and if he asks you out, of course you won't date him, right? The same applies for successful gentlemen. Don't be naive, as dating the elite is a Shark Tank, but also don't go and listen to dark femininity gurus, because they're lying. If someone's teaching you how to finesse men, it's a much higher possibility that they are trying to finesse your pockets first, because you're an easier mark than a middle-aged man with money. And you are a safer mark than a naive trust fund kid who has a strong family who will figure you out and blacklist your name, right? Next week we'll be discussing how to dress glamorous and elegant. Enjoy your week. Ciao.